I'm going to assume you don't have any of these forms of leverage in any substantial form, right? Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be watching this video, right? So you don't have these. The key is to acquire them. Let me explain. I think I've done this analogy before. Let's say there's like a video game. Let's say life is like a video game, right? Boom. Level 1, you got your man. He ain't got nothing, right? He just goes into the game and he starts fighting. And maybe you beat level 1, then you get to level 2. Next thing you know, you got some powers or an ability. Maybe they give you a weapon or something, all right? That's a gun. You beat that level and you may get another ability. Maybe you get like 2 guns or something. Oh man, now this guy's ready to go. Boom. And then you beat that level. I don't know what happens next. Maybe you get like some crazy superpower. You can like shoot fire out your ass or some shit. I don't know, right? But you can compete at that level. It's the video game analogy. These powers, abilities, or weapons you get at the level of video game, these are like the levels of leverage you get in life, right? You start at the bottom, but you acquire skills, you acquire money, you acquire notoriety or some form of media, and then you can deploy those at the level you're at to get more of them. That's the whole game of balling. So when it comes to balling, there's 4 levels of balling. I'm going to bring this up. There's 4 levels of balling. There's broke, right? Comfortable, balling, and then balling out of control, like out of control, right? And I want you to understand that it's the same as like this video game analogy I just gave you, right? This motherfucker's broke. This motherfucker's comfortable, right? This motherfucker's balling. He's balling out of control. Can't stop, all right? Let's look at these levels. All right, so let me tell you what it is when you're broke. Broke, this is how it classifies broke. Barely survived, right? Little to no money left after expenses. Not enough money in your savings to cover yourself for 6 months. Like if shit hits the fan, you're fucked, right? Then there's comfortable, right? I didn't use a picture of me in that broke shit because I never allowed myself to be broke. I use a picture of someone who looked more like you, right? For this. But like, this is me when I was comfortable back in the early 2000s. You make twice as much money as you spend, right? Boom. You have 6-month safety fund, right? Enough cash to cover your basic expenses for 6 months. Then comfortable. All right, boom. Making way more you need. And if shit hits the fan, you're covered for 6 months at least, right? Then there's balling. This is when you first start balling. Boom. Your income from your assets cover your living expenses. Credit score is above 700, right? Boom. And the income from your assets cover any luxuries or increases in your living expenses. You know what I'm saying? So this is when you're really balling. You're not balling until you're at this point where your assets cover your living expenses. And the reason we have credit score over 700 is because now you can borrow money, right? And you remember, that's one of the forms of leverage, right? If you can borrow it, use someone else's money if you want. Boom. All right. Then there's balling out of control. Out of control, meaning you can't stop. So the way I classify this is the income from your assets, your passive income, is greater than your maxed earned income, meaning the amount of money you can earn if you worked the maximum amount of hours.